Good morning. We are in Frederikshavn, headed to Gothenburg in Sweden this morning. Our ferry is right here. So we're super close. Today was probably the first day on this trip that I've had to actually set an alarm clock. So I have to be at the ferry no later than 7 o'clock, which I wanted to make sure that I could get up, get packed. And then here at the hotel, they have free breakfast. And I have been craving muesli for like the last week. And I generally don't buy food because it's so hard to, A, I don't carry milk. And B, this trunk is kind of a catch-all, and I just want to pierce the bag, and next thing you know, I got oats and all that kind of stuff all over in there. So I just haven't bought it. So I'm hoping they have muesli here today. So I'm gonna go get breakfast. We're gonna pack up and get out of here. As you can tell, my eyes are still a bit, I feel like I got in a fight with a bee with my eyes, and they are all puffy and they sting a little bit still. Allergies are still a bit kicking for me. And the sand yesterday did a number on them, so they are still a bit inflamed and a bit rough. So hopefully we got some medication yesterday, and that'll take care of that. So hopefully I won't look so beat up. Anyway, let's go finish packing, go get some breakfast, and let's go do another ferry ride. Got a little 3-minute jaunt to the ferry terminal. It feels nicer out here than it does in there. It's super humid today. I was in there drinking coffee, and I looked on the map. It's 83% humidity, and it's only like 69 degrees, and I was in there sweating. Ugh. So let's get over the terminal and let's get checked in. Okay, let's get the map. Really loud here, and it smells of fish. So I'm gonna try to make my way out of here, and let's get upstairs and I will show you this ferry. So I think it's time for a cup of coffee and relax. See you, Denmark. You've been amazing. I am super glad that I decided to not cross the bridge in Copenhagen and go to Malmo, Sweden, and go on, but I made the decision to come back to Denmark and come all the way up north. Denmark's incredible. But now we're off to Sweden, so we're coming into port, and it's just crazy loud. You can hear it. Load up, get out of here, and get on the road. think we're in Gothenburg. That looks like an incredible city. Woohoo! Let's get out of here. Go ahead. Let's get out of here. Actually looks like a really neat town, although we don't have any plans of staying here, but it looks neat. Hi, how are you? Up north for a little bit. I don't know where, and then off to Stockholm, and then off to Finland, and down through the rest of Europe. Thank you much. Well, that was fairly easy. I think I'm still in the port. Yep, I'm gonna say it. Welcome to Sweden! We made it! Woohoo! Nice. Nice, nice, nice. This is exciting. This is really cool. It's like a neat city. I guess I should have put in my maps where we were going, because I don't even know to head left or right. We'll go for a while and then see what it does. No idea. So you can barely see him. There's a gentleman right up there on another motorcycle. The guy followed out of the ferry. Very nice guy from England. Portsmouth, England. He is on a GSA and he is headed to north of, or I guess he's headed north and headed towards Norway. So he and I chatted for a few hours, and super nice guy. So it's nice to meet people along your route. Say hi and get to chit chat a little bit and reminisce and talk about little bikes you've had and that kind of stuff. So he was cool to talk to for a few hours. In Sweden, there's this whole subculture of people that have these classic American cars, and there's another one, an old American muscle car. We're in a town. We're in Mallerud. there's 3,000, 4,000 people in this town, and there's 2 of them, and I've seen another 6 driving around and having lunch and those kind of things. And there's another one. It's so interesting that, and so they basically say that, or it's said that there are more restored American classic cars here in Sweden than there are in the US. There's an entire subculture in Sweden for American classic cars. And so within a matter of literally 5 minutes of us driving past this parking lot, we saw 3 of them. Not quite sure where the Swedes got their fascination with American classic cars, but I find it interesting. Okay, we are going to head towards what I'm hoping is some beautiful scenery, and we're going to go enjoy a ride a little bit, so let's go enjoy. A quick stop as we were riding through these beautiful, beautiful countryside. We were at the Håverud, I think so you say it, viaduct. So at this point right here is an intersection of a river, a roadway, a overpass for a train, and a lock system for boats to go down river, all at one central point. And this is absolutely stunning. We gotta get back up there. Let's go. What an incredible day. The ferry ride was, as always, I love those, you know that, and so I ended up talking to an English guy from Portsmouth, I believe is where he's from, Portsmouth, England, and he is on a 3-week trip up to Tromsø, Norway area, kind of the northern part of Norway. And then so he's doing that. So we kind of, but when we got off, it was just really cool to sit on the boat on the ferry, and he and I, got coffee together and just chatted, and we talked about old bikes, and we talked about trips, and we talked about just everything. So it was really kind of cool to connect with somebody. So we got the ferry and kind of followed each other for a few miles, and then I went one way and he went the other. We kind of waved each other and said goodbye. So it was kind of cool. Other than that, it's some beautiful, beautiful scenery here in Sweden. And going to the viaduct was cool. It was incredibly pretty. And then the gentleman that I talked to, he turned me on to a new app that lets you kind of get a little bit twistier roads or curvier roads. So I used that once, and I had an absolute blast. And you'll see in the pictures and the roads in the video, it was gorgeous. And so had a great time doing that. And then it was about 6 o'clock when I finally was like, I'm done. Head to a campsite, and I had found one on Google Maps. All right, save them. So I get here, I am sunburnt, I am windburnt, I am hot because it was like 87 degrees here. I'm hot, I'm in my gear, I'm sweating, and I pull up, and I'm just like, I'll pay. So I got my side, and I'm like, do you have any room? She's like, yep, here, do the paperwork, blah, 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 blah. Come to realize I'm at like a camping resort. So they give you a key card, and you have to put money on that if you want to go buy something. And I'm assuming it's for kids. So you can get like, a family of 4. All 4 people have a card. You put, X number of dollars or pounds or krona on it. And then the kids can go buy ice cream when they need to, or pay for activities. So it's I'm at a resort. And it's kind of cool. I mean, these kids are screaming, having a great time. You can see in the water behind me. And like, I'm in my tent, and there's people next to me that are in tent. One guy has a Range Rover Defender, kind of one of the older styles, that has a tent on top of his roof. But then there's also these behind me that are like semi-permanent. So it really is a unique, very vibrant little area that I kind of stumbled upon. This probably isn't what I would do normal going forward. This is a bit too much for me, but I can definitely see the lure of a family with kids and letting them go wild out here, and giving them the key card and letting them buy the ice cream that they want and just have a great time. This seems like a kind of a neat idea of a kind of a camping resort. So given the fact that I don't camp before this, and this is new to me, maybe we have them before, maybe this is old news, but new to me. So it was kind of cool to see. So I'm gonna end this video here. Hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys later. See ya.